Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Loughborough University here at the Netball Centre for tonight's L Lynch Trophy group fixture. The Loughborough Riders taking on the Leicester Warriors in a local Leicestershire clash. Apologies for the slight delay for your commentary team today. My name is Tahir Hadja, and I am alongside my friend Piers Maslin, currently at Charnwood College as a coach. So welcome, Piers. This is Piers's first time here on a live stream, and it doesn't help that we didn't get on microphone technical problems sorted early on, so we're actually commentating through a laptop now, so I do apologise if there's any issues with your sound today, but hopefully we can give you a good account of what's happening here this evening. So Piers, two good teams ready to take to the floor. What are you expecting from today's game?
I'm expecting a fast-paced game, especially from the Loughborough team. Like, they like to get out and run and gun type of team. Got some great shooters on the team, and I'm expecting a really fast game today.
So, Leicester Warriors and the Loughborough Riders haven't got any Americans in their lineup. Very different to previous seasons. Obviously, for some clubs, there may be some difficulty getting imports in. Yes,
Yeah,
and so it's great to see an all-British lineup here at the Loughborough University this evening. Now, a couple of names to mention. Starting five for the Leicester Warriors have come out to the floor. Leon Henry made the move from Northamptonshire Titans, obviously unable to play at this moment in time, but has had a big impact early on in the season.
Yeah, for sure.
So the teams are getting ready now here. Harrison Gamble will go up against Leon Henry before we take the knee for Black Lives Matters. As we get ready to get underway. Don't forget, get involved on the social media at Lynch Trophy on Twitter, at L Lynch Trophy on Instagram, and tell your friends and family to join in the live stream via the Basketball England YouTube page. So we get this one underway, and it's Carl Jimenez from Loughborough up top of the key. Down low, Harrison Gamble, and a foul has been called. 2 shots to come.
Harrison taking off where he left off the last couple of games against Charnwood. Had a great outing of 27 points, so I'm looking for something special for him today, so hopefully he gets going early.
Yeah, obviously on the free throw at this moment in time, obviously made the step down from the BBL team and is now playing Division 1 men's basketball. Currently also working in a school as a behavioural assistant, as you recently just learned. So he is really putting a lot of time into his game. And as you can see, he's had a big impact early on in the season for the Loughborough Riders, and we'll expect to see a lot of him in action tonight.
Sure. It's good to see Dwayne Ariza out here as well after a break from playing competitive basketball in this country. So it's good to see an old teammate of mine coming in and hopefully make an impact today. So
and there's Leon Henry for 3.
Wow.
And we know that that's what's going to be happening all evening. That's what you can expect from Leon Henry.
Good matchup here. Carl Jimenez and Pac, 2 old teammates, an ex-student from Loughborough.
Harrison Gamble goes back to basket for another 2 points. He's got all the points for the Loughborough Riders this moment in time. Leon Henry on the right-hand side. A foul is called this time.
Not a smart foul to commit on the 3-point line really early as well, especially for a main player like Jonas.
And he really does have some depth to his shot. So, after the first make shot, the defenders think, right, I've really got to get out to this right now. And unfortunately for him, he's got out there too far. He's landed in his space, committed the foul.
An early change. Ellis Haggith, ex-Loughborough student, coming out, and Carl Pearson coming in.
Carl Pearson, a vet who's been with Leicester Warriors for the past few seasons, and really made sure that he can steady this team as they continue their very successful tenure in Division 1 men's basketball. Obviously, Leicester Warriors, a local club in Leicester, producing many players over the years. Rafael Thomas-Edwards, Elliot Sentence, Kareem Queeley. Many players have come through his program. Currently on the floor, Chinkombe as well, who also was part of the Loughborough program. And it's a testament to their great work, this Division 1 men's team.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of playing with Kareem Queeley, under 16s and under 15s England, and it's just one of a kind. I have to say, Leicester Warriors are very lucky to be able to produce that type of player, and he's having a great career at the moment. And Jonas for 3.
Jonas Dietrich for 3, drills it in the corner. The Loughborough Riders starting off here as they didn't or haven't in previous games. Pearson now for 3. He'll fire one up and he'll knock it down. And both teams on form right now from the 3-point line. There's Ariza.
This is a promising start considering against Solent last on the weekend. he didn't get off to a great start, shooting the ball especially. So.
And there it is from Hayden, inside on the right-hand hook, going to work. Loughborough Riders making an impact early on. Leon Henry with the spin, drives onto his right hand for two.
Good defense by Jonas there.
Rebounded, Jimenez pushes the ball forward. A nice hands from Carl Pearson, gets the deflection out of bounds. Loughborough Riders possession, a feisty start, 8 minutes left to play. And now a substitution coming into the game for the Leicester Warriors. Kane King checking into the game. Formerly of Worthing Thunder and the Derby Trailblazers. An exciting player Leicester Warriors have picked up to come onto their roster.
Yeah, for sure. I had the pleasure again playing against him when I was playing Division 1. So you always know that's going to be a tough matchup for whoever's guarding him on offense. So good ball movement by Loughborough.
Gamble again up strong, gets an offensive rebound. Another one, reverse finish. Warriors are going to have this problem this evening. They don't seem to have many of their big players. LG is not in the building tonight. Alex Wilson not in the building today either. So Warriors are really going to have to focus on making their small ball work offensively and limiting opportunities for the ball to go inside. There's a foul's been called here, and it's an end-line possession for the Leicester Warriors. Chingombe looks like he'll inbound the ball.
We'll see Loughborough going into a 2-3 zone here. Something they like to do on the inbounds.
King in the corner. Henry catch and shoot. Falls a little short. Rebounding. Chingombe with an offensive rebound. King between the legs. Step back. Throws it up.
Wow.
Money. Okay. And he starts very positively coming into this game. Dietrich on the right-hand side for the Riders.
There might be a mismatch inside for CJ Hayden if he exploits it.
Dietrich finds Jimenez. Back on the right-hand side. Dietrich, pump fake. Drive, looks inside. Nice deflections. Jimenez keeps it in play. Dietrich up strong. And a rebound for Hayden. A real battle underneath the boards.
Sure, this is where Loughborough's advantage is tonight. They're obviously a lot bigger than the Leicester Warriors right now, so it's time to
clean up on those boards, yeah. And Dietrich now, transition for the Loughborough Riders. Spins, kind of comes to an end with his footwork. That's deflected out of bounds. Loughborough Riders keep it 11-9. Fast-paced start in this game here at the NBL Lynch Trophy.
We've got substitution, Martin Gale coming in.
Martin Gale, prolific three-point shooter. Has been representing the Leicester Warriors for the past few seasons also alongside Carl Pearson. Has been a stalwart, originally from Birmingham. Now, on the right-hand side, Jimenez.
Looking inside again.
Harrison Gamble.
Needs to contribute and finish on those plays. Those are the easy ones.
And a rebound now for Martin Gale. Pearson with the spin.
Good defense, but better offense.
Both teams trading buckets at this moment in time. Jimenez. Onto his left hand. What a pass inside. Almost gets the and one. The foul is called. Kane King puts his hand up. Gamble draws the contact. He'll go to the free throw line. And it's 2 team fouls, I believe. 3rd team foul potentially for the Leicester Warriors.
It's good to see Carl Jimenez being aggressive early. It's going to be a big part of this Loughborough success this year. So it's got to get in the paint, contribute, kick outs.
Sure. Ben Holland into the game. Leon Henry takes a break. Gamble misses the first free throw. Quite unlike him.
It's good to see another ex-teammate of mine, Ben Holland, stepping into the game.
Where you play with Ben?
Yeah, I played with him in Brentwood when I was younger.
Okay. So there's lots of connections on the floor.
There's lots of connections.
There's lots of connections. And that's how you know you've been a big part of this game. Holland moves the ball up top. Gale. Back to Holland on the right wing with the jab step. Ooh,
Nice.
Floats nicely to the basket. Rolls out. And that's rebounded by Dietrich. Carl Jimenez now controls possession. Dietrich.
Mismatch inside here for Harrison.
It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with this. I would suggest not allowing the player to catch the ball, really pushing them out to perimeter, but it's Hayden
Nice
inside.
pass. Good extra.
Dietrich off the front of the ring, rebounded once again by Hayden, hands it off. Dietrich strong to the rack.
Oh, travel.
Travel violation called by the official.
I'm not sure about that one. It looked like a clean 2 steps to me, but...
Hey, officials know best in that moment.
For sure.
So substitutions checking into the game for Loughborough. Colin Tifo into the game.
He had a great impact at the weekend against Solent. In the 12 minutes that he played, he had 8 points. So looking for a big contribution from him today.
Gale, long 2 for 2.
Defense needs to be picked up here. It seems like they're just trading buckets right now.
Dietrich now on the right-hand side. Jimenez. Pound dribble on the left hand of the foul. Is called off the ball, I believe. I think that foul will be called on number 4, Pak Chingombe, for a hold. He was holding on tight. Another substitution for the Warriors. Checking into the game. Elvis Zelix into the game. And Pak Chingombe will take a break. So once again, don't forget, if you're joining us here, get involved on the social media at Lynch Trophy.
Rainer Reeser inside, another mismatch. Nice move.
And a rebound there for Ben Holland.
This is where Loughborough need to convert. They're giving up easy ones.
Pearson across to Gale. Gale looks at the shot. He'll let it fly.
It's a little short. Needs to get his legs under them a little bit more.
I think he was a little bit more offended by the fact that the defender didn't jump on his first pump, like he wasn't a good shooter. So Martin Gale probably thought, right, I better pull this trigger because this boy needs to learn. So here's Dietrich now. And the press on by the Warriors this moment in time. Full court pressure, really trying to slow down the offense. No easy, quick looks into the middle of the paint.
Inside.
Nice flex screen in the middle. Sorry, cross screen in the middle. Harrison going back to basket. And a foul is called. Foul called the number 9, Pearson, for a push. And it's now team foul trouble for the Leicester Warriors. It's going to be a really physical game inside, and they do need to be careful not to pick up too many fouls.
Nice pass. Strong move.
And nice hands there from Carl Pearson. Pearson now on the right-hand side snatches the ball away from Jimenez. Offense slows up, but Pearson still wants to go by himself. Pro hop into the middle. Tries to get it out. Sideline ball. And now the Riders will get it back. Checking into the game for the Loughborough Riders.
Chester Morale. He's a product of Canterbury.
Kent Crusaders. And he's had a great junior career. He's been, of course, involved in the Hoops Fix game as well.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of playing against him actually when I was at Barking in the ABL. Yep. Tough matchup, very competitive from what I remember.
And of course, at Barking, you guys had the opportunity to compete at Division 1 level. So it's great to see that, you know, you can share your views on this level of basketball and some of the players that you previously played against.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's some great talent out here today. So you've got to see what happens today for them. Like, they just got to prove themselves. Like, this opportunity for Chester is huge. Like, coming from under 18s, stepping up to Division 1, it's going to be a big step. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does.
And Jimenez locking down the first free throw. Ties the game up at 13 apiece and gets the second to go. And substitution coming into the game, Leon Henry checking in.
It'll be good to see the contribution from Loughborough bench today, as Mark, I know, likes to keep a tight rotation. So
once again, another connection, your former head coach as well.
For sure.
Mark Jarams, it's great to opportunity for you to be on the other side and know what Mark's thinking. Here's Gale now. Sure. Looks inside of the high post. There's Holland.
Seems like Loughborough gone to his own in that possession.
Mid baseline. And Morel now moves the ball back up to Jimenez. Harrison Gamble up top of the three-point line, hands it off. Jimenez almost spills it. Jimenez driving. Holland was stumbling on his footwork there, and Tifo, second chance, can't get it to go. And as you mentioned, Piers, that's going to be a real problem for them this evening if they don't convert their offensive board. King, what a move. Hey, that hit the top of the backboard. The ref didn't say anything. Jimenez blows by Gale. Morel, bounce pass inside, Dietrich. Jimenez, back inside Dietrich.
Selfish play here.
And a travel violation for us. The officials are hot on their footwork this evening.
Again, as you said, Loughborough need to be able to convert those easy ones. Like, you should be in the lead by now. Yep. It's a really close game. It doesn't need to be. We've got their advantage inside. They just need to convert. There's focus and concentrate under the basket.
Ellis Haggith into the game. Played in Liverpool last season, and before that, a Loughborough rider himself. Now representing the Leicester Warriors. Fun fact, me and Ellis played local league last season together. Pump fake. And Harrison Gamble also made a brief appearance in that same team. So former teammates from last season in the Leicester Shire Local League Division 1.
Here's Loughborough in their 2-3 zone at the moment. Be interesting how long they stay in this for.
3-point shot. No good.
Leicester have done a good job of slowing Loughborough down in transition.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like they've been able to get out and run, so they've kept them to the half-court game.
Now that little double team now low, 1-3-1 I believe. Nice pass inside. Corner, Chester Morrell off the dribble. Strong take. Strong take for Chester Morrell.
Seems like he's settling quite nicely into this Loughborough team at the moment.
He had on eyes on nothing but the bucket. Martin Gale, transition 3, bounces off the front of the ring. Morrell with a defensive rebound behind the back. Oozing confidence as he pushes the ball up the floor. Jimenez.
They're looking inside again.
And a turnover.
They need to be more composed in those situations. Those are the moments to capitalise on.
Henry for 3. Doesn't get it to go. 3-point game, 16-13, and off the foot of Haggith.
It looks like Joe Belak and CJ Hayden are stepping in for the first time.
Harrison Gamble takes a well-deserved break. And Jonas Dietrich checking into the game for the Leicester Warriors, number 11, Philip Larty. And Pak Chingombe also checking in. Kane King taking a break.
Good to see Joe Belak coming back from the States after his 1 year at Sheridan College. An ex-Charnwood Academy player.
Continuing on the performance pathway.
Yeah, it's good to see that these guys can come back and know they've got a place to come and an opportunity to play. So it'll be good to see how he does this year.
So Antifa with 2 points. On his right hand, finishes inside. Martin Gale. Haggith. Nice footwork. Gets to the rack. Awkward right hand finish. Awkward right hand finish. Oh, nice defense there from Gale. 2 hands on the ball. Leon Henry right hand for 2. 1 minute 35 remaining here in the first. It's a 3-point game.
It's good to see Carl Jimenez playing at the 1. It's not something he usually does, considering last year was a really hot shooter.
I think it's really picked up his
that's a finish there for him.
His IQ as a guard. And it's like fine wine, gets better with age. Jimenez.
Yeah.
Belak,
sure.
shot clock winding down. Belak.
Good take. Good job by CJ Hayden doing his role really well.
Hayden for 2. Now Henry, opposite end of the floor. He'll go the other way and he'll get another 2 points for the Warriors. That was too easy. Completely agree.
Can't let Henry do that. It'll be a field day for him in transition. From what I remember, he's very aggressive in transition, so
Morrell,
slow him down.
Morrell's 3 bounces out of bounds, and it's an end line possession for the Leicester Warriors. 43.2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
It's only a 3-point game as well. I think Mark Jown will be having some words with him at the break.
So as the first quarter comes to a close now, who is it that's really stood out for you so far?
I think it's the obvious ones. It's the Harrison Gamble doing the work inside. Obviously he hasn't converted on much as he should, but I think that's where the advantage is right now for Loughborough. So they've got to get in there and hopefully he converts going through the second, third and fourth quarter.
Well, Harrison Gamble with 7 points, 4 rebounds early on in this one. 6 points for Leon Henry.
He's another one to look out for today's game as well. I think he'll be the contributing factor for Leicester if they are able to stay in this game. 10 seconds left. Oh, another travel. That's 3 they pulled in the first quarter.
Coach Pearce, I think we need to be running some fundamental line footwork drills.
So.
Hopefully they'll get those first quarter jitters out of the way. Final 10 seconds now. Last possession here for the Warriors. Can they get close? Larty dribbles into the double team. Here's Morrell. Can he get there? Spin on the ball, keeps it in play.
Time.
And the clock and the final buzzer sounds 20-17 here at the end of the first quarter. An exciting first game. And a real interesting game plan for both teams. Warriors really recognising that they've got the height disadvantage at this moment in time, pushing the ball up the floor, but more importantly, slowing Loughborough Riders down to try and ensure they don't get any easy looks inside.
For sure. Leicester Warriors' defense inside has been really good at the moment. They're trying to get in front of Harrison and Jonas and CJ especially, not allowing them easy catches, making everything difficult. So hopefully they continue that.
Well, being a British basketball guard, you'll know over the years, I'm sure you've had to guard many players that are taller than you, maybe a bit bigger, a bit stronger than you. You know, as the Warriors will be doing this moment, what kind of coaching points would you be thinking about when you're guarding someone that's a bit oversized compared to you?
First thing is trying to make it as hard a catch as possible.
Yeah.
Try and do everything you can to just try and force him out of the paint, especially make it not a deep catch. Try and get him onto the block or onto the mid-range area. So then if he does receive, he's got more of a way to get to the basket. So just make everything difficult for him.
And for those more technical basketball fans, what little tricks of the trade were you taught when you were younger? Those little shirt pulls, those little tugs, those little bumps.
There's a good one, pulling the chair.
Yeah, okay.
So as soon as they start putting their weight on you, you feel that weight coming onto your leg. You just release the chair and hopefully they fall over and run backwards and the refs call a travel rather than a foul.
And you've done your job on defense.
You've done your job, so... But just make everything as difficult as possible for the bigs.
So just a confirmation of some stats for you. Apologies, 8 points for Leon Henry, 1 for 3 from 3-point line. And as mentioned, 7 points, 4 rebounds for Harrison Gamble. CJ Hayden, 4 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Slowly filling up the stat sheet for the Loughborough Riders. And it's also Chester Morrell with 4 points, Jonas Dietrich with 3. Carl Pearson for the Leicester Warriors, captain, 5 points and 1 assist at this moment in time. So the stats for you there coming into the second quarter. Don't forget, tell your friends and family to join in with us live on social media and on the YouTube. Basketball England, the YouTube page, at Lynch Trophy on Twitter and also at L Lynch Trophy on Instagram. Tuesday night basketball here at the Loughborough University. Myself, Ty Hadger, and Piers Maslin getting ready to get this second half underway. Second quarter. It's been a long day.
It has been a very long day.
8 p.m. tip on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's not a normal one for us.
No,
Usually
it's not.
It's a weekend, Saturday, Sunday doubleheader maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Weekdays.
Maybe.
Not an occasion.
So we're ready to get this one underway. Leon Henry will get the ball into Kane King, who hands it off. Chingombe drives strong.
Defense there by Bilak.
Skips it out. Gale for 3.
Nice shot.
And he'll find his stride now. Ties the game up. Great start for the Warriors. Oh, Joe Bilak. Kane King keeps the dribble. And the foul is called. Big play from Kane King. He dived on the possession. Was able to collect the ball. Still get a dribble off so he could get up onto his feet. And then go up strong. Obviously, the better opportunity was to get the and one, but hey, he got up there, and that's a big-time hustle play.
Carl Brown will be happy with that type of defense.
Yes, and actually, over the years, Carl Brown, stalwart in the game, Leicester legend, and England legend overall for basketball, has produced so many great players, as we mentioned early on. Defense has been quoted one of the best defensive coaches that some players have come across in their time, and learning a lot from his time, obviously, at Georgia Tech, and an illustrious professional career also. And Kane King converts the second. Jimenez.
Pressure by Pack.
And these two teammates, once again, played a lot against each other. Pack, the senior, would have been giving Jimenez a hard time as he's younger.
It's called Matifo.
Bounce pass inside. Bilak almost gets that. Kane King behind the back, blows by Jimenez. Kicks it out. Martin Gale, catch and shoot.
That would have been a big turn of events if he made that one.
And you expected that one to come off, if
nice
I'm honest.
Pass.
As Bilak goes in the corner for 3.
Had comfortable in the corners.
Had a little sloppy start into the game, but now redeemed himself with that 3-point shot. Henry strong to the rack, and he's blocked by Ntifo.
Loughborough picking up the pace now. Where's the advantage?
Nice hands from Pearson with the front on defense.
Sure.
That's also something they would have been taught as a guard against the big, between the legs, miscommunication there between King and Leon Henry,
See
mate.
Mark Jarron putting his hands on his head in distress.
Yes. The flair from the Warriors. Here's King. Hard dribble to his left.
Good defense by Loughborough.
He had some room there after the fake. He doesn't see it. Pearson shoots the three. Jimenez comes up with the rebound. And Jimenez now on the left-hand side. Looking down low. And Tifo drives baseline. Blocked at the ring by Martin Gale. Martin Gale waves at him. Says, no, sir. Not tonight. Chingombe. Pump fake. Left-hand finish for two.
Finish.
Experience there from Pat Chingombe to finish that shot off. And Martin Gale ties his shoelace after the big defensive play. It's a shame we don't have replays because I would pull that one back.
Sure.
Hopefully we'll get that on a highlight reel somewhere. Bielak takes a break. Jonas Dietrich coming into the game and he'll inbound the ball for the Riders. Once again, this game has started off where it left off in the first quarter. It's pace and the energy of these two teams is incredible. Dietrich. Off the dribble now.
Good attack by Myerscough. He's another guy to look out for. Representing Loughborough Uni, star on the Bucks 2 team. It's good to see him stepping up into the Loughborough Division 1 team, hopefully being a contributing factor to the team and help them out a lot.
And it's great that opportunity is there for players, and it's at every other university, etc. You have those opportunities. Great to see those stories overall.
Another big one is Jonas as well. Like, come through the Loughborough program. He's been here for what, 6-7 years.
He's made some appearances for the Riders Pro team as well.
Yeah. And like, he's been going through the ranks, proved himself, become captain.
And Martin Gale with another big three for the Warriors gives them the 1 point advantage once again. Dietrich.
Good defense by Kane King.
Jimenez skips away from Gale and the foul is called. Foul is called on Gale.
I think we'll be seeing some big minutes from Carl Jimenez today.
Orchestrating the offense, it's important that experienced players that have been part of the Loughborough program obviously take the reins and help some of these new guys come through. I think it's really interesting because obviously we've been stop-start season. Then this group also had a couple of COVID cases, so they've had a stop-start to their group. So no team has really got into their rhythm. Here's Henry with a pump fake and fit.
It's Jonas orchestrating the offense, something he doesn't normally do.
Down low with Hayden. Hayden.
Nice back screen there by Natifo. Good attack.
Right hand, yeah, nice finish on the right
Good
hand
job
there.
From Myerscough.
Both teams really bringing their A game. Another inside look for Myerscough. And a substitution now coming into the game, 6 minutes 47. Harrison Gamble, with the X factor in the first quarter for Loughborough, now gives Carl and Tifo a breather. Now the Warriors will have to readjust their defense to ensure they keep him out. Here's Pearson on the baseline.
Loughborough look like they've got a pretty big lineup now. So the
Slight
right
deflection.
advantage is definitely going to be inside. So hopefully they capitalise on that.
Jimenez.
Nice pass. Oh.
Dietrich. Pearson stands his ground, hits the deck, and the foul is called. Foul was called on the rebound. Foul called on number 7, Hayden. As number 14, Zelix, got the rebound. There's a slight mark on the floor. Oh, COVID rules. We'll have to get that cleaned up. And 27-28, the score.
It's turning out to be quite an exciting game at the moment.
Yeah, no, it has been an exciting game, and we're looking forward now to see how this quarter continues to unfold. Don't forget, get involved on social media at Lynch Trophy, at Twitter, at L Lynch Trophy, on Instagram, and the YouTube live stream is Basketball England page. Here's Pat Chingombe bringing up the ball for the Leicester Warriors. Let's have a little look on the offensive here. Slight confusion on the right-hand side for Zelix and Henry, but Pearson comes off the down screen from Gale. Pick and roll now with Gale. Pearson drives into the short corner.
All kick.
And a kickball
Good
violation.
job from CJ Hayden, shrinking the floor there, making it difficult.
and a timeout being called by the Leicester Warriors. Coach Carl Brown will want to talk it over. 6 minutes 12 on the clock. The game now starting to slow down a little bit as fatigue starts to set in.
For sure. We'll see how much Mark rotates it in this game. Because obviously they had a game at the weekend, so it's a quick turnaround for Loughborough. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to sub in and step up for this team.
Interesting to see also being announced recently is the new BBL players for the Leicester Riders, part of the performance pathway. Some Charnwood College players on that roster: Greg Wild, Victor Nduka, Giovanni Emetrou. Obviously, you've had the chance to coach them this season. What's it like to see them in practice, and how amazing is it that they've had that opportunity?
Like, all three of them, great kids. And I hope in the future they're going to turn out to be great players. Like Greg Wild against the Loughborough team in Lynch Trophy had 28 points. It was an absolute flamethrower, and it was a pleasure to watch him come out with all this confidence. I know he's been in the BBL, training with BBL, so it's good to see that. Same with Victor, who's been stepping up into Division 1, into BBL, him practicing every week, coming into Charnwood. You can really see the difference in the level between him and the other guys, but he's teaching the other guys, he's helping them out. He's been a vocal point of the team. The same with Giovanni. Giovanni is going to be a massive prospect in the future. So hopefully this experience with the Division 1 team or playing against this type of competition, going to the BBL training, is going to really help him in the future and get to where they all want to get to.
And also 2 Loughborough players part of that process as well. I think it's Carl Jimenez and Justin Headley. I don't think Justin Headley is featuring this evening.
Yeah, it's good to see Carl Jimenez stepping up as well.
He can be silky smooth, and Carl Jimenez has shown over the years that when it matters, you can really count on him to make it happen for your team. Harrison Gamble here with the rebound. Sure. Loughborough Riders pushing out, almost an interception for Gale.
Nice move by Myerscough.
Again onto the left hand. He's really found his feet in this game. He's got to the basket a few times, and he's really making the defender think on the back foot. Variety of finishes. And Chingombe on the right-hand side.
Looks like Loughborough trying to switch everything with their size.
Marty Gale pulls up for 3. Doesn't get it to go. The Warriors players getting behind their team, sticking with the positivity in this game.
There's a little bit of full court pressure from Pat.
And he's been doing it all game. He knows that he's going to make it difficult. Carl Jimenez isn't a traditional point guard, but he's going to make it difficult for him.
Nice play.
Dietrich for 3. Bounce off the back of the ring. Here's Pat Chingombe now. Driving. What a pass from Chingombe. Leon Henry gets it to go. He put the spin on the pass. The ball backspin, sat right up for Leon Henry. Didn't spin away from him. And then with a nice finish from Leon Henry to get the 2 points to go for Warriors. A little bit of sauce there from Pat Chingombe.
I think points of turnovers for the Warriors are going to be really important tonight. So Loughborough have got to keep the turnovers to a minimal, because that's how Leicester are getting their points at the moment. They haven't really scored much in half court.
And another travel violation.
Of the first half. The referees are on it tonight.
Yeah. It's all one way in terms of the calls, though, in terms of travels. Yeah. So either Warriors have got amazing footwork, or the referees aren't calling it that way. Who knows? Yeah. So here's Pearson. Uses
trying to switch everything.
The pick of the screen and finds Leon Henry for 3.
Well, they're running.
Harrison Gamble with the rebound.
Here they go. Here's Loughborough in transition.
Arija,
nice
left
take
hand.
by Dwayne Arija. He needs to finish those. This is where Loughborough are going to lose out on points.
Pearson on the left-hand side. Pearson.
Nice step back.
Pops it up for 2 points. Long 2 for Pearson. And a timeout called by head coach Mark Jarram. He wants to conversate. He wants to get Loughborough out of this rut. I think offensively, can Loughborough find better looks?
I think they're getting the looks that they want, but they're just not converting. It's a tough situation. They're getting everything that they want from their offense. These guys are not finishing.
Well, we've not seen Harrison Gamble score yet in this quarter. And we haven't really seen him take many opportunities at the basket. So Mark seems to be going over offense, talking about where they actually need to be to ensure they execute and find the looks and convert the looks that they need.
For sure. And we know Harrison Campbell can get hot in a few minutes, especially against Charnwood. I don't think he hit a 3 in the first half, and then when it came to the third and fourth quarters when it mattered, he lit us up.
12 points. 12 points for Leon Henry at the moment. 5 for 10 from the field. And Martin Gale also chipping in with 8 points. There was some other action going on in the NBL Lynch Trophy. Team Newcastle University and Derby Trailblazers played 2 games, pretty much 24 hours within each other. And in the first game, it was Team Newcastle University had an inspired win, 83-73, and Derby Trailblazers came back to win that 81-110. And a couple of the teams also in action. We'll talk a little bit more about that at half-time as the teams make their way back onto the floor.
Looks like Warriors are still in their press, keeping up the pressure all game, trying to tire this Loughborough team out, because I think Carl Brown knows they want to get out and run in transition.
And here's Jimenez. Uses the screen.
Nice
up
cross
top.
screen, nice action, looking for the mismatch side.
Harrison Gamble in the low post, now finding him onto the right hand for the hook, doesn't get it to go. But that's the look they're looking for now. They've found him. Here's King. Leon Henry drives baseline.
Good defense by Jonas.
Steps out of bounds. And Loughborough Riders will get this possession back. 3 minutes 57. 3-point game. Jimenez. Pakadashi Chingombe. Really in his face. Making him work for every dribble.
Nice Spanish action there.
Harrison Gamble off the pump fake. Back to basket. Onto his right hand.
And one.
Gets it to go. Finds his rhythm. Finds the look. Takes advantage of his size and gets to the basket.
Hopefully that will give him some more confidence to keep going. To keep getting the ball inside and trying to finish.
Chance on the free throw line. To tie the game up. And he doesn't get it to go. It's not the first free throws missed this evening. Free throws win games. Coach is saying. King goes all the way to the rack. Throws it off the leg of Oluki. The Warriors will get it back. I thought his foot was out as he claimed it, but no. Referee had a better view than me. Substitution. Holland checks into the game again. Chingombe takes a break. He's put in a great defensive shift, slowing down the offense.
For sure, and I don't think Ben will let up either. From what I remember, he's a very good defensive player on the ball, especially. He always gave me some problems.
Jimenez putting Zelic under pressure, gets the ball to Carl Pearson eventually. Pearson on his right hand, shifts inside hand. Nice hands from Jimenez. Here comes Loughborough on the left-hand side. Jonas Dietrich throws it to Gamble. Pass. Gamble for 2. And transition basketball from Loughborough Riders.
It's what Loughborough need to do more. Get out in transition and just convert every single time down the floor.
Leon Henry with the spin move, steps back.
Tough shot.
Would have been big if it went.
It's Loughborough again out in transition.
Dietrich, Gamble, inside all alone, Oluki for 2. No one around.
It's what Loughborough need to keep doing. Causes a timeout as well. Great momentum change from Loughborough.
Yep, now they lead by 3 points. And it was the reorganisation after the press was broken. Caught out a couple of times in transition there. Then able to recommunicate to get to the spot. And Loughborough now take the edge by 3 points. 2 minutes 44 left to go. Harrison Campbell, after we mentioned in the last time out, now having an impact on the game.
It's what they need to go to every single time down the floor. Again, his stats speak for himself. 27 points against Charnwood in their first Lynch Trophy game. Like, we know what he's capable of. Just need to get him the ball in the spots, and obviously he needs to do his job and convert every time he gets a touch. But then when the defense collapses, you can find the open guys. You've got Carl Jimenez, Jonas that can shoot the free really well. You've got guys off the bench that can shoot the free really well. So it's unselfish basketball. So as soon as the defense collapses, just kick it out and hope the teammates do their job and make their shots. So,
hey, listen, there's nothing worse than making the most beautiful assist and it just...
Oh, tell me about it. It's happened a lot.
I'm sure there's been some big makes with some of the caliber of players that you've played alongside as well. So you're very fortunate to have those guys as well make those shots and make those plays. Gets you that notch on the stat sheet, on the live stats.
Like, remember playing with Caleb Fuller in Division 1? Like, he used to average maybe close to 30 points a game, maybe. And like, if he would have 30, my assists would be like 6, 7, 8. It would be up there. So like, I always could count on Caleb, but if Caleb didn't have a really good game, then I'm like, my stats aren't up there either. So
Oh, mate.
counting on teammates to make shots is a tough one.
So time to get back to the action. The final 2 minutes there here. NBL Lynch Trophy game, Warriors versus the Riders. Gale on the right-hand side.
Oh,
Gale
three. Nice
drills
shot.
it. And as we mentioned before, don't
leave
second
him
guess
open.
it. Don't second guess it.
He might,
Yes,
he might have airball too, but he's going to keep shooting.
he's going to keep shooting.
He's definitely going to keep shooting.
Jimenez. Oh, nice between the
crossover.
legs.
Nice pass.
Beautiful from Jimenez. Now showing his
Wow.
ability to play as a point guard.
Sure.
Snatch that ball away from the defender. Now Leon Henry with the spin
Nice
move onto
spin
the right hand.
move.
Great finish over the top
Wow.
of 2 players.
End-to-end action right now. Doesn't look like both teams have had a rest period or anything. Like, lockdown hasn't seemed to hit. Nice tip.
And a rebound now for the Warriors. Martin Gale will clean that up. Warriors with a chance to gain the advantage. King. Short corner shot for Henry.
Little
Bounces off the front of the ring.
There's Loughborough coming in transition again.
Alocke up top. Jimenez uses the screen from Gamble. Out now, Dietrich.
Nice
Dietrich.
skip pass. Good-
Arija
Let's
for
go,
3.
Nice rebound. Good
Dietrich
job.
for 2. Cleans it up for the Riders.
That's what Jonas does really well.
Never gives up on a play.
He never gives up on a play.
Never give up on a play.
One of the best rebounders I've probably played with.
King. King now. He goes between the legs. He's going to work. With the spin.
Good
Now-
defense from Jimenez. Here we go. Here they go again. Nice pass.
One-handed
wow.
throw down there now for Alocke. He's having a great game this evening.
Wow.
And now Leon Henry. He's working hard to get to the basket. Kicks it out. Larty.
Mel was really impressive today.
Larty onto the left hand. Kicks it out. King on the 3-point line. Onto his right hand. Another spin.
move.
And out. Haggith to beat the buzzer. And it hits the wire on top of the basket, and Loughborough Riders will get it.
One possession. 24 seconds left. See if Mark Jerram calls a timeout. Tries to draw something up for the end of the quarter, for the end of the half.
I don't think he's going to use the timeout. I think he's prowling the sideline at this moment in time.
I have a feeling they might be running a Spanish action again. They've set up with Jonas on the block and Harrison inbounding, so I think they're going to be relying on Kyle to create something for either Harrison or Jonas.
Here's the full court pressure once again from the Warriors. Jimenez onto the left-hand side.
Might be going too early.
Baseline players swing through for each other.
Good. Nice drive by Jonas.
All the way to beat the buzzer. Gamble
Nice
for
rebound.
2.
5 seconds left.
Warriors need a quick look here. Here's Kane. King
Good defense by
for
Dwayne.
3.
Doesn't count. Okay.
Off onto the left-hand side of the basket for the Leicester Warriors. King. 43-37. It ends at the half. A fast-paced first half. Interesting to see the 2 styles of gameplay, and an exciting game for everybody watching at home here at the Loughborough University. Pierce, your thoughts on the first half?
I mean, it's a lot closer than what I was expecting, but it's good to see that it's a tight game. So we actually see what players step up and what these guys are made of. Like Harrison again, impressive as always. But again, he's got to finish those easy ones. Same with Jonas. He hasn't really shot the ball a lot this quarter, this half. So look, it'll be interesting to see what he's got to bring in the second half.
15 points, 8 rebounds for Harrison Gamble going into the half. 8 points for Mayowa Alocke. He's had a great impact in scoring points at pivotal moments for the Loughborough Riders. He's really had a big impact in transition and getting to the rack for them as well. Leon Henry with 14 points for the Leicester Warriors, keeping them hanging around. Once again, talking about pivotal moments, he's getting to the rack and showing his versatility.
For sure. Like, their transition points is going to be key in this game. If Loughborough keep turning the ball over or not converting, and Leicester can get the defensive rebound and get out and run, that's going to be the big key to this game, I think. So hopefully Loughborough figure that out and stop turning it over for one, and try and stop them in transition as quickly as possible, picking up as high as possible and not letting them get out on the break.
So, well, that's it from us for us, excuse me, getting my words out. It's definitely half time. I definitely need a break. We're going to a break. It's Ty, Hadja and Pierce Maslin. We're here at Loughborough University. NBL Group Lynch Trophy action. Half time. Loughborough Riders 43-37 to the Leicester Warriors.
You're watching NBL L Lynch Trophy live. Loughborough Riders taking on Leicester Warriors. NBL L Lynch Trophy live. Loughborough Riders vs Leicester Warriors. NBL Lynch Trophy live. Loughborough Riders taking on the Leicester Warriors.
Welcome back, British basketball fans, to the Loughborough University Netball Centre. Loughborough Riders taking on the Leicester Warriors in LBL L Lynch Trophy group stage action. 43-37 the score, and it's been a very competitive game with two teams executing one specific game plan, and it's just a case of how well they're doing it. I'm sitting alongside Pierce Maslin, and let's have a little talk about that first half then very quickly, Pierce. Loughborough looking inside.
So, as you can see from the live stats, Loughborough shooting only 5 attempts from 3 and only making 2. So it's clear that they're trying to get inside and get it to Harrison, Jonas, Kyle, CJ. So see, they're not trying to look for the 3-point shot as much. But whereas Leicester Warriors, they're 5 for 17. So you can see the two different game plans coming along.
And we know that Leicester Warriors have got some prolific three-point shooters. We'll be looking for them to improve that three-point shooting percentage. Currently 29% at this moment in time for themselves to get into the game. But really from the Warriors, it's been their hearty full-court press that's been troubling Loughborough, forcing them to take tough shots and forcing turnovers and to help keep them around and in this game.
For sure. As you can see from the turnover count, Loughborough are up to 10 turnovers already from the first half. And as you can see, the turnovers could be just from missed passes or off offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds that Leicester Warriors are getting.
And more importantly, actually, at this moment in time, Warriors have 6 steals. So, 6 of those turnovers are from steals, and testament to Warriors' defense at this moment in time. And Warriors, as you mentioned, only have 4 turnovers compared to Loughborough's 10. So let's get this second half underway. Loughborough Riders taking on Leicester Warriors, a local Leicestershire clash, and a tasty one at that so far. Here's Hayden looking inside. Gamble picked away by Pak Chingombe.
Double team there.
Chingombe from the elbow. That's not quite the shot you want to start the second half with.
But Loughborough up to 11 turnovers now. First possession.
And another one. Here's Pearson with the handles clamps. Reverse layup. Up and under for Carl Pearson. Veteran move. Veteran finish. Transition. Gamble. Nice hands on the defense from Zelic. He finds Chingombe, ball rotation, Pearson in the corner, Henry for 3, money! Big play from the Leicester Warriors to start here in the third quarter.
I don't think Coach Jarrell would be too happy with those 3 turnovers, especially being back-to-back as well. And then Leicester Warriors highlighting it off with a 3, so now it's a 1-point game.
That advantage that Warriors the advantage that Loughborough had at the beginning is now lessened down to 1 point. Hayden onto the right hand off the glass, fights for the offensive rebound. Orija knocked away by Gale. Gale pushing forward here for the Warriors. Gale kicks it out. Chingombe now for 3. And that bounces off the left-hand side of the ring. What a great moment that would be for the Warriors if they made it. But the play's not over here. The defensive intensity is so great. Dietrich, though, finds a way through and slowly
with the nice Euro step as well, gliding through the defense like they're not even there.
Beautiful move to take the heat out of that moment for the Warriors. But here's Pearson again for 3, and he lights it back up.
Nice step back there from Carl Pearson.
And now we are tied. Chingombe once again troubling Jimenez. Dietrich now. Hayden setting the screen. Handoff at the top here. Gamble now with a successive pick. Looks inside for the roll. Right hand finish.
Nice pass by Cole Jimenez there. Great execution as well. This is what Loughborough needs to keep doing. Find Harrison inside. That's where the mismatch is. And Kyle Jimenez is doing his job as the point guard out here.
Takes him to 7 assists so far in the game. Here's Pearson. Pearson now onto the left hand spin move. Pearson up under. And that bobbles away from him.
Another travel as well by the referee.
So it's only this half of the court now, Pierce. So a travel violation call is that half of the court. Maybe it's something to do with the lion. Who knows? We'll see if there's any more in the game. And sideline possession now here for the Loughborough Riders.
That looked clean to me. Nice spin move there.
Pearson having a little back and forth with the referee. Now Carl having a little back and forth with the referee. No, I don't suppose the referees will take too much of that in this game. Things always going to get heated, but here's Jimenez, drives all the way, and it's deemed that Pearson touched that. And now, as we're talking about Carl, having that conversation with the official, it's Minas Damiotu talking it over with Carl. and a warning has been given to the coach and the team in regards to their conversation.
I think Carl Brown's looking to push the referees a little bit today.
Well, it's important to stick up for your team and ensure that you're, positively trying to influence the call. Another pocket pick there. Leon Henry almost picking up the pass from Arija. Now, coaching-wise, I'm thinking a little bit off ball at this moment in time. Loughborough aren't necessarily doing a job of getting open as an individual, other than using off-ball screens, etc. So that's where it seems to be that Warriors seem to be picking up those moments here.
This is nice Spanish action from Loughborough.
Dietrich inside, nice hands there from Chingombe. Hayden under pressure.
So able to get shot off, another offensive rebound from CJ Hayden.
He gets it to go for 2. And now 49-45, 4-point gap. Warriors in possession. Up top. Long, deep 3. And from this angle, it actually looked like it was about to go in, but goes far to the right-hand side of the basket. Harrison Gamble inside, looks for Hayden. Hayden with the spin move. Once again, those hands ever so present from the Warrior. Tough shot, rebound, Pearson. Pearson in and out dribble.
I think
Left
CJ
hand.
needs to be more composed in those situations. And here he is again, another turnover from Loughborough. I think they need to be a little bit more composed as well.
Chingombe. Gale between the legs. Beautiful pass to Zelix. And now nice hands from Jimenez. Arija. Offensive foul called. Guard Pat Chingombe getting his body in a correct position, jumping up and straight, and he beats his man to the spot, takes the shoulder to the chest. Tough defense.
I think that's a tough call as well, because I don't think Dwayne Arija went in there with the intent of to dip his shoulder like that.
Put your body on the line, Pierce.
Yeah.
Put your body on the line. You never know what the outcome could be.
And again, it's a 2v1, and Loughborough need to convert on those. It was Harrison and Dwayne versus one Leicester Warrior defender. They've got to do better in those situations.
King, he's into the game now as Agith finds Larty at the top of the 3-point line, and Martin Gale on the left-hand side. Ellis Agith tries to cut, sets the screen, slightly becomes stagnated, but Martin Gale throws up a 3, rebounded by Dietrich.
Is the experience of Cole Jimenez slowing the game down, controlling the tempo.
King. Dietrich up top. Larty gets over the screen. Dietrich spins off Larty, gets onto the right hand, scoops it under with his right hand. Hayden, he's blocked by Larty. I believe Larty got a bit on it, and Warriors come up with another board. King. Larty pulls up mid-range, rolls off the side of the ring. Loughborough back with it.
Look for Harrison inside, and CJ,
And a foul is called.
fortunately, got fouled, but
You say that's a bailout?
that is a bailout because he needs to be catching those and finishing them.
End-line possession here now for Loughborough Riders.
So many missed opportunities for Loughborough.
Substitution now, checking into the game for the Leicester Warriors. Ben Holland replaces number 4, Pat Chingombe.
I think it's a well-deserved rest for Pat. He's doing his job really well, picking up full court.
There's Gamble mid-range for 2. And then it helps King to his feet.
I think Kane needs to be careful, talk to the referees. Don't know how tight their leash is tonight, but they've already given out a warning, so.
Martin Gale goes to where? Holland right hand for 2. Finishes with confidence on the inside.
Really good to see that from an ex-teammate with confidence.
Arija inside. Harrison Gamble with the seal. Bounces off the side of the ring. And Martin Gale gets it to Holland. Holland puts on the burners. Goes all the way. The foul is called. Draws the contact from Dietrich.
Good job from Ben Holland. That's being aggressive in transition, sticking to what he's good at. Getting to the basket, trying to finish up with contact.
Now, substitution checking into the game. And Tifo will check in, replacing Harrison Gamble. And also coming off the bench is Mayowa Aloke, who's done a great job so far in this game. And let's see if he can continue to have that impact.
For sure. It'll be interesting to see what he does in this quarter and in this half as well.
Something I want to ask you about, obviously, you've been part of many successful teams. How important is it for players to understand their role and play their role within a team for the team to be successful?
Like, it's so important. I can't stress that enough as coming into coaching. Like, realistically, players, if you want to go pro, you can make money from just being a role player. If your job is to shoot threes and you do that really well and consistently, that is what you'll get paid to do, or a coach will come to you and want you to do that. If you rebound really well and set screens really well, there's nothing ashamed to say, like, that is my job and I'm going to be really good at that job. So I can't stress that enough. Like, for myself as a point guard, my job was to run the team, be the vocal leader on the team and get everyone in positions that they need to get to and give the ball to them in positions that they need to.
Oh, and an offensive foul called there. From this position, it looked like Kane King went down a little too easy there. Read the attack. Smart move if he did go down a little too easy there.
I think if we had instant replay, we could be able to
have a little look more insight into that. I'm sure you'll be letting us know in the YouTube comments. Don't forget, get involved with us on social media at Lynch Trophy on Twitter, at L Lynch Trophy on Instagram, and lots of great comments in the YouTube Basketball England page. Let us know your thoughts on today's game.
I think Loughborough got away with that one there. Martin Gale wide open on the 3-point line. It's a risky move to leave him open. Here's Mayowa. Can't pick his dribble up there.
He's caught in a trap there. Tough defense from Gale. Will collect it. Harrison Gamble tips it, and the Warriors will get it back. 51-48. Warriors really working hard to stay within that pressure.
I think the turnover count has gone up for Loughborough in this quarter alone. 5, I think.
Holland, Larty off the dribble, uses his speed, round the defender for the pass. King on his right hand. Haggett, he'll let it fly for 3, rattles around the ring. Holland dives on possession. Larty now for 3. He gets it to go. Big 3, ties the game. Warriors are not going away from this Loughborough Riders game right now.
Lack of concentration and lack of focus from Loughborough, leaving key guys wide open.
Jimenez, reverse layup. Harrison Gamble with the tip. Another opportunity. Holland diving on the ball again. Jimenez now for 3. Bounces away. And the Warriors do come up with it. Here's King. King on the right-hand side of the floor. Gets it to Gale. Gale pulls up. 1 dribble pull-up. Holland again diving. And a foul is called. Ben Holland all over the court. Diving on the ball. Boxing out. Really fighting for the rebound. And the foul is called on Carl Jimenez for a hold.
It's what we love to see from an ex-teammate. Shows the passion and the competitiveness spirit
More
within
importantly,
him.
this is local rivalry basketball. Yes,
Exactly.
this is what we like to see from rivalry basketball. Here's Larty, gets it inside quick to Kane. Haggett,
Nice move from Ellis.
body fake. Carl Jimenez comes up with the rebound for Loughborough.
It's Loughborough out and running. Mayo's wide open under the basket. If Kyle can get his head up.
Jimenez skips it out to Arija. Harrison Gamble. Alokis fumbles the ball, but Jimenez now attacks the middle. Yorick step. Carl Jimenez smooth with it. As I said, composed in pressurized situations, and a composed finish for Carl Jimenez. Larty.
It's an unlikely finish from Kyle Jimenez at the basket. I know he likes to shoot the 3 a lot, but it's good to see that he's bringing out his package tonight.
King winds up the 3. That's the first 3 we've seen him take this game.
It's Loughborough in transition. Nice.
And here he is again. Oh, bounces off the back of the ring. And Tifo will finish that up.
That's what great teammates are there for, to cover your mistakes.
And didn't give up the play. He had to
Didn't
come back
give up
there.
the play.
Larty again for 3. Gets a second bite of the cherry. Gets it to go at the second bite of the cherry for 3. 1 point game. 2 minutes left to go. The energy, the enthusiasm from both teams. Playing hard. Nitty-gritty Tuesday night basketball here in the L Lynch Trophy.
Nice move
Jimenez
from
again.
Jimenez.
Originally starting off this first half really distributing for his teammates, but now having great prowess on the offensive end.
For sure, Kyle Jimenez is stepping up in his big game. Showing what he can do and where his ability's at. Nice pull-up.
Larty doesn't get to go. Gale for 3. Warriors really needed that one.
Second chance points is going to be a big a big one in this game if Loughborough don't start boxing out and getting those loose balls when they need to, because that's where Leicester are getting their opportunities off of second chance points is getting second shots.
And there we go once again. Kyle Jimenez driving strong to the basket, holds control of the ball, throws it up, and King disputing the referee's call. Substitutions coming in for the Leicester Warriors. Zelix, Henry and Pearson into the game. Pat Chingombe also checking into the game.
Here's Chester Morel stepping in as well for the second time.
Alongside CJ Hayden. Both players, Hoops Fix, All-Star Classic players, and both in their own right, very successful in their academy careers.
For sure, like CJ Hayden is a good story to watch out for. Coming up in Birmingham with Aston Manor, and then stepping up with the under-17 England team where you got his first call-up. Then obviously making the under-18 Division A championships with Coach Alan Keane and finishing top 5, which is a great achievement for GB. But it just speaks volumes of CJ Hayden, like his enthusiasm, his commitment to work hard. Like he's a great kid and a great guy to coach.
Leon Henry with a drive inside and finish. Nice pass from Pearson.
His Warriors stepping up the pressure.
Morel, I thought held himself well in the first half, so I'm glad to see him get in and get some more court time. Here's Jimenez. Fakes the handoff. Jimenez.
Nice.
Beautiful pass. Hayden. Nice baby tip dunk in from Hayden.
Barely had control of the ball, but still dunking it. Whatever goes in counts, right?
Henry sizes up the 3-ball rotation. Is the preferred option here. Pearson, Eurostep, stripped away by Morel.
Can they convert?
Morel, Jimenez, beautiful bounce pass. And Tifo and a great run of play now for the Loughborough Riders.
I was expecting a poster right there.
He did look like he was ready to rise, but he did react to the defense, ensure he kept his body in a good position and could get the finish to go. 2 points and a chance at 3-point play now for Ntifo. And Coach Pack, formerly a coach, but Coach Pat Chingombe telling his teammates, calm down a little, guys. We're good. We're good. And this game is within reaching distance for the Leicester Warriors. Final possession now.
See what Leicester Warriors draw up here.
Chingombe. Up top, Pearson.
I think they're trying to find Henry.
Clock winding down, 10 seconds. 8. Pearson. Henry
Nice
for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Falls quite short. 1.1 on the clock.
I think Mark Drowton's going to... No, he hasn't called a timeout. I think they're going to try and look long for CJ if he reads the play.
Rehearse play. Mayoa running the length of the floor. And Tifo fumbles the ball and the buzzer will sound. And that's the end of the third quarter, 64-56. Loughborough Riders now have the edge in this quarter after a very, very competitive start from both teams in the third quarter. Some great basketball overall, Pierce.
For sure, like, this is an exciting game to watch. And hopefully the fourth quarter will bring more action. Maybe a closer game, 1-point, 2-point game, see who really steps up in these moments. Like I know Loughborough will be relying a lot on Harrison to step up in these big moments. Not sure about Leicester Warriors, but by the looks of it, Henry, Pack, Martin Gale will be looking to step up in these types of situations.
And some stats for you at the third quarter break. It's 19 points, 10 rebounds for Harrison Gamble. Kyle Jimenez sneaking up on a double-double with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. Sneaking up on a triple-double performance for Loughborough at this moment in time. 9 points from Dietrich, 8 points apiece from Hayden and Jimenez, and Oluki, 7 points for Carl and Tifo. And for the Leicester Warriors, 19 points from Leon Henry, 11 points for Martin Gale, 10 points for Carl Pearson, and 6 points for Philip Larty, the leading stats leaders in this FIBA Live Stats. You can get the FIBA Live Stats link via Twitter, I believe. I've definitely seen it on the @Loughborough basketball feed as well. Don't forget, get involved. Let us know your thoughts on the game on the YouTube comments. It's great to have so many people getting involved in British basketball during these tough times. the lockdown, how's it been for you, Pierce, and how have you managed to stay positive and continue throughout?
I think the key thing is to keep busy. Like, one thing for me, I try to learn a new skill, like try to learn the language, try and get myself to be prepared as much as I can for my year at uni as well. Like, just keep busy, keep active, don't let lockdown bring you down. It's like time is precious and you've got to do as much as you can with it. So although it's not convenient for everyone, but just stick with it and try and keep yourself going and motivated. And it's good to see these players are doing that. I was fortunate Loughborough Uni have been very helpful in the fact that they're keeping elite sport going and being leaders on it. And it's good to see that, and these guys deserve it. Like,
and then we talk on the other side. The Leicester Warriors, a community club, and have been well established in the community for many years. Also, for them to having to adjust to these new rules and procedures, they've been able to execute that with the facilities available to them, including their junior program. Big shout out to some of the coaches there, Arvin Giga, and those guys who work really hard to help develop players. I think it was important to give them a quick shout out. But we're back into the action now, and here's King onto his left hand, and the foul is called. His teammates help him up. He gets up a little gingerly.
I think that wasn't on the scouting report to let him get to the basket.
And now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Chingombe gives him a couple of words of advice.
It'd be good to see who steps up in this fourth quarter. See who can help lead Loughborough over the line and hopefully get the win. Same with Leicester Warriors. See if Henry and Pack, Carl Pearson and Marty Gales step up for their team and hopefully get the win for them as well.
King. There's a second to go. 6-point gap.
Again, Pack with the full court pressure. He's been on Kyle Jimenez this whole game. It's really impressive to see that.
And there's Henry now picking pockets. Nice hands from Lucky, but now Warriors come up with possession. Leon Henry smells blood. Euro step up strong, but tough defense from Jimenez, getting his body across in time.
Again, another turnover from Loughborough is killing them. They're up to 16 turnovers, whereas Leicester Warriors are only on 4.
Hayden, double teamed in the post, skips it out. Lucky into the corner. Jimenez, catch and shoot for Jimenez. And he is a lights out 3-point shooter in a catch and shoot specifically. He never brings the ball down. He catches it, goes straight up with his action. Cash money every single time.
And that's what he's known for. People should know in this country, especially from the year just gone. Like, he's one of the best 3-point shooters I've ever had to play with.
And there's a reply from Pak Chingombe.
I think it's just a thing from Loughborough. They develop a lot of shooters, you know.
The style of play, yes, the style of play. Jimenez.
Nice pass.
Morel onto the right hand. Doesn't get it to go out of bounds. Warriors possession there.
But as you said before, Kyle Jimenez last year and the year before, stepping up in these big games, especially trophy finals and cup finals, like, he proves himself in the big moments, and especially representing Scotland at the Commonwealth Games in Australia recently. Like, he did a good job doing that and representing himself very well and putting his name out there on the big stage. And hopefully in the future, bright things will come for him.
So it's been noted in the YouTube comments that actually the rebound statistics are very impartial at this moment. So 48 rebounds in total for Loughborough Riders and only 20 boards for Leicester Warriors. Testament to the fact that we've already acknowledged the height advantage that the Loughborough Riders have this evening, but also recognising the work Leicester Warriors are doing in other areas to keep in this game. As Pearson, veteran movement, pro hop onto the left-hand side, ball fake, finish on the left.
It's a tough move by Pearson there.
And now Morel on the left, onto his right hand. Beautiful bounce pass picked away by Henry. Here's Gale pushing forward, finds Henry. Henry driving, a Euro step again on that left-hand side. Gets the offensive rebound, can't get it to go. And unlucky with the rebound on the defensive end. Henry has missed a couple there. Morel, corner, catch, shoot 3. There it is! Knocks it down.
And again, if people don't know about Chester Morel, this is what he's known for, especially in the EABL, Den Camp, Hoopsfix. Shooting the ball, that's his speciality. You can't leave him open on the 3-point line, especially giving him time and space. He's deadly.
72 to 63. Some great shooting coming back to life here in the fourth quarter. L Lynch Trophy action in the Midlands group stage. So just a few stats for you, as we already mentioned. The big rebounding gap, 49 rebounds to Leicester Warriors 21, and it's offensive rebounds as well as defensive rebounds. 15 offensive boards for the Loughborough Riders. But remember, early on in the game, they weren't quite converting those chances, but now they are converting those chances. They seem to be building a little gap.
I think it's the work of CJ Hayden under the basket, getting his hands on the loose balls, tipping it to his teammates, or even tipping it to himself. And his ability to finish is really impressive to see. Obviously, in the first half, they might have needed that a little bit more, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And it's looking like Loughborough now are building up that momentum, starting to convert on the offensive end and trying to slow Leicester Warriors down as well. But Leicester, again, are doing a good job in transition, slowing Loughborough down as well.
And as we've seen throughout the game, you can't count them out just yet. The defense has been impeccable, and they have had a couple of unlucky moments where they have tipped the ball or deflected it, and it's not come back into their possession. It's come back to the hands of a Loughborough ball, and at that moment, the defense isn't in the correct position to rearrange quite quickly enough to stop an easy opportunity for Loughborough to score.
For sure.
Sorry, go ahead, Piers.
It's interesting to see that Loughborough kind of changed their game plan. Like, they haven't been going inside as much as the first half, but you can see Cole Jimenez stepping up. As you said, he's almost on a triple-double, getting his points up and getting to the basket. So that's where their advantage is right now. So hopefully they keep going to that.
Chingombe. Now with Henry, he's guarded by Dietrich.
Good switch by Cole Jimenez.
Handoff, Gale. Foul is called off the
one?
ball. It's an end line. The basket is good, and it's a foul off the ball, I believe. The foul was called an Intifo.
I don't think the referee acknowledged the basket went in.
No, the basket is good.
did,
So yeah,
yeah.
he did shout across to his co-official there. And so because the foul happened after the basket, the repercussion is Warriors end line, and so Warriors will now have it there as the 2 points count. 2-3 here in the defense. It's the defensive choice for the inbound play, but Leon Henry in the corner, wide open.
It's not a smart decision to leave him open in the corner as well, especially from an inbound.
Riders are very lucky that he didn't have that in the back of the net. So, Jimenez.
Good defense by Ben Holland. His Loughborough trying to run a Spanish action.
Jimenez drives off the body and tipped off the hands of Jimenez. Warriors get it back 72 to 65. 6 minutes 45 left to go.
I think Kyle needs to be a little bit more patient and have a little bit more composure on using the screen. Again, Ben's all up in him, but use that to your advantage. Use your body, use your dribble to create space and separation, sell opposite and set your guy up off of the screen.
Zelux doesn't get that to go, but notably Ben Holland is there fighting for the rebound. Jimenez hands it off to Morel. Morel hesitate dribble onto the left. He tries to find his teammate with the bounce pass. Couldn't quite get it to go. Holland changes hands and finishes at the rim.
Nice take from Ben Holland. He's really stepping up, and it's really good to see that. Obviously, he hasn't really been playing much Division 1 basketball before, as what I can remember. He's playing a lot of Prem Conference, under 18s, under 16s, and under 15s, and then obviously he's at Nottingham University. So it's good to see that he's making an impact for a Division 1 team.
And tough defense once again from the Warriors. An important possession for them. 24-second violation.
Good defense from Leicester Warriors.
And they did an incredible job playing tough defense for the full shot clock, never giving up, forcing the ball into their possession. And that was a big play to now chip away, get a bit closer.
For sure, with 6 minutes left, the defense is going to be the key part to this game, and especially it comes down to, I think, the turnovers, the difference between them. You can tell Leicester Warriors' defense has really been stepping up throughout the whole game.
And Chingombe finishes on the right hand, sneaks it in.
Here's Bilak stepping into the game for the second time. Hopefully he can give them a spark off the bench.
Dietrich. Here is Bilak. He fires up the three, bounces off the back of the ring. Leon Henry tips it into the hands of Martin Gale. Gale
Nice pull up.
knocks it down, long two, and that will warrant the timeout for Coach Mark Jarram. Incredible work from the Leicester Warriors to bring themselves back into this game. 5 minutes, 8 left to play. 1 point game. L Lynch Trophy NBL action. Make sure you tell your friends and family to join us here live on YouTube. Another great game of British basketball, Pierce.
For sure, like, it's good to see the Leicester Warriors bench players are stepping up and taking control of the game. See with Ben Holland and with Martin Gale especially, that pull-up is deadly. You can't leave him open on the three-point line, but you give him one dribble, he's going to step into a jump shot. So Loughborough have got to be wary of that and take control of the situation, take away his space, or don't let him catch the ball. Know what his strengths are. I don't think Loughborough are doing that at the moment, especially with the last couple of possessions. They're getting themselves open looks. So hopefully Coach Mark Jarram is letting them know and they make a change to that.
Well, Loughborough have been as many as 9 in this game. And they've executed as much as possible up to this point, scoring in the paint. 52 points in the paint for them in this game. And Warriors have been capitalizing on great defense and Loughborough mistakes. 15 points from turnovers. Time being called back in. And Coach Mark Jarram drew up the full court press, but Pat Chingombe has got eyes only for Kyle Jimenez.
There's a nice horns action.
Harrison Gamble for 3. And well, here we go. If you know Harrison Gamble can warm up very quickly, do not allow this guy to start shooting the 3. Pushes the gap to 4. Here's Chingombe.
For sure, we saw it in the last Lynch Trophy game against Charnwood. He hit 4 threes within the third and fourth quarter, which changed the game for the young guys of Charnwood.
Bilak almost spills that and up top with Kyle Jimenez.
I think they're going to the same play. See what Leicester Warriors do here. They cover it pretty well.
Nice hands from Gale, really disrupted Gamble getting his hands up into his shot.
Good
Jimenez
defense from Holland.
Dietrich in the corner. Fires it right over, and another 24-second violation. Warriors will get it back.
Great box out there from Pat. Knowing the shot clock's going off, but not giving up on the play.
Substitutions checking in. Zelix will take a break, and Kane King will take into the game.
4-point games, getting interesting. 4 minutes left.
Not too many fouls here in the fourth quarter. Only 2 team fouls for Loughborough. Warriors yet to commit a foul with 4 minutes left to go. Henry, contested 3 in the corner. Harrison Gamble rips that one out of the sky. Here's Bilak. Jimenez. Gamble uses the screen.
Don't pick your dribble up there, Kyle.
Bilak. Being forced baseline by Holland. Gamble. Jimenez. Jimenez with the spin. Keeps it going.
Nice.
Throws it up there with the circus shot. Lost his balance as he was on his right leg. Almost couldn't get off the floor, but got enough to get the ball over the defender into the basket.
It's that special spin you put on the ball that helps it go in. Like, you throw it up, put a spin on it, it might go your way.
Holland goes for a similar move, doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Dietrich. Jimenez pushes off King.
Nice
Gamble
pass.
transition, left hand for 2.
This is where you see Kyle Jimenez and Harrison Gamble really stepping up for the Loughborough Riders. You can see Kyle Jimenez taking control of the game and Harrison Gamble now converting when the game matters. Nice cut by Holland. Nice pass by Holland.
King onto his left hand. Foul is called. 2 shots to come.
Tough call. I think Bilak there was with his hands up, but maybe might have come down on Kane King's arms. Well, it's good to see Loughborough trying to keep themselves in this game, keeping the defensive intensity, rotating when they're supposed to.
Chingombe will come back into the game now for the Leicester Warriors. He'll replace Leon Henry. Leon Henry has made some threes in this game. Not quite the impact we expected to have from three-point. Currently shooting 2 for 9, 22%. Very opposite from his previous performance this season. We expected maybe a little bit more from him, but rest assured, you still don't leave this man open.
For sure, and I think the performance from Philip Larty in the third quarter, knocking down some key shots, have given Leicester a really good chance of staying in this game. But let's see if he can step up now. Now he's back on the court.
Tough defense here from King, really moving his body well and his feet. Belak in the corner, Larty putting on the pressure. Tough man-to-man defense, denying the pass.
Nice screen,
Belak,
nice cut.
nice finish. Great execution there from Loughborough.
This is what's gonna come down to, is who can execute the best. As you see, screens matter in these types of games. Like, if you can't get it going one-on-one, you go ahead and get your teammates to get people open.
Pearson with another tough take at the basket. He's been instrumental at finishing at the rim, and foul is called. Foul is called. I think the referees will talk this one over.
Maybe an offensive.
One referee called an offensive, 1-4 called a block. They'll have a quick discussion. Kevin Kinsella and Asmina will talk it over.
It's a tough call because there's a lot of contact when King's playing one-on-one defense. Kyle's doing a smart thing, using his body to bump, but depends if the referees are happy with how far he's extended his arm. It'll be a tough call either way. It could give momentum to Leicester if they get the call their way. Oh, offensive.
Offensive foul call.
I think, especially with the rules changing as well, referees are looking out for how far you can really extend that off arm.
Yep.
Like, when you're dribbling, you can keep an arm bar up, but it's how far you use it and how much contact you go into the defensive player.
And if it contributes to the momentum of the other player, obviously falling to the floor. A timeout has now been called, 2 minutes 12 on the clock. It's a Leicester Warriors possession after the offensive foul. It's only a 6-point game, Pierce. Okay, you're the head coach, Carl Brown, right now at this moment in time. What is your game plan going into these final 2 minutes?
I think the key thing for the Warriors especially is find the hot guy. And at the moment, that's been Philip Larty, Martin Gale, Henry, Leon Henry, and Ben Holland as well. Like, get them the ball in positions that they can do well in, and hopefully they come out with the goods and come out with some buckets that they need. But just find the mismatch, keep moving the ball, find the open guy. Do as much as you can to get the best shot every time down the floor, and especially with these next 2 minutes. Like, possessions are key. If they get a couple of threes in, closes the gap. They can't come up with any empty possessions. That's the thing that I'll be keying in on with these guys, is the quality of play, execution, especially no turnovers and no transition points for Loughborough.
I'll be interested to see now what Coach Carl's drawn up here. See if he can get a good look now for the Warriors and for them to execute and close that gap. I'm sure all the British basketball fans out there are rooting for one team or another, but we're all rooting for a great finish to this game, as it's deserved. It's been a great rival clash, a great battle of these two clubs here in the Leicestershire region.
Martin Gale.
Gale, he'll pull up long two.
Tough shot.
I feel like he had a little bit more time and he forced that. Maybe Warriors could have found something different. Scrambling on defense now, the Warriors, and here's Jimenez at the top of the three-point line.
I think this is where the pressure comes into it. It's been a long game for Loughborough, especially with the pressure from Pack, full court, and Carl Jimenez. But this really determines who's mentally switched on at these moments.
And nice hands there from Zelic, both hands on the ball. Loughborough Riders possession arrow. Great defense, the double team there.
And it's a good thing that Loughborough or Leicester Warriors are on 4 team fouls. So any fouls for the next 2 minutes, Loughborough will be going into free throws. So Carl Brown needs to be aware of that and hopefully tell his team to be careful and when to foul and when not to foul.
Yep. And now the ball into Jimenez, and the foul is called.
Now free throws.
King is putting his hands out there, but from that perspective, he's reaching from behind the player, reaching over in front of the player. That's going to get called every single time, even if you don't immediately make contact with that person. It's okay. They have fouls to give. Slow the clock up. So the correct coaching point. Nonetheless, a nice hands from Henry, almost gets and a deflection.
Turnover.
And now the Leicester Warriors will get it back, but they need to make this potential count. The clock is still going. The clock is still going. The clock is still running. And I don't think anybody has noticed at this moment in time that the clock is still running. And both teams are going to keep playing. Neither coaching staff either noticed that the clock was running. Maybe Coach Marjan did, but here's Larty for three. Big three from Larty. A big one from the Warriors. Here we go. It's clutch time now. 3-point game, 81-78. Harrison Gamble.
But I think that spare time might be key now if either coach recognises it. If Leicester come down and score again.
And an offensive foul is called against Harrison Gamble. Sticks his butt out after the screen. Illegal block. It's a sneaky one. You get away with it sometimes. But in this occasion, the officials are hot on the case coming into the closing moment of the game. Leicester Warriors now with a chance to get even closer. And possibly we might be looking at overtime.
Possibly, especially with Loughborough on 14 fouls. Sorry, my mistake earlier. Not the Leicester Warriors, but Loughborough on 14 fouls. Any foul they give now is going to be free throws, and it could be detrimental to them losing their lead. So defense is key.
Gets it out to Gale. Gale will pull up once again. Drains the mid-range two under pressure. Big defensive possession now for the Warriors if they can get a little closer. Harrison Gamble gives some time for Jimenez. 40 seconds on the clock. King stalking the ball. Nose to chest. Dietrich rising for the screen. Can't quite get there. Inside, beautiful read by Dietrich. Fakes the screen, rolls right off it. The Spanish screen action was coming up. Dietrich read the play, dived straight to the hoop, and the basket is good.
For sure, like they've been running that play for the rest of this half, and it's been turning out to be key for Loughborough.
Another big offensive possession here for the Warriors. By no means, this game is not over. 25 seconds left on the clock. Gale.
They go for a three.
Bounces off the back of the ring.
Offensive rebound.
Gale off the dribble, splits the defender. Inside, Pearson finds King. King, Gale, have to fire it up. Gale, Dietrich now, and the foul has been called. A very frantic moment of basketball. Warriors trying to find the three.
I think they were rushing there a little bit. The Warriors, they could have found an open guy. Like they had Loughborough scrambling off the offensive rebounds. Like they could have got a better shot in that moment to make it a tie game. But I think the referees might need to look over this and check the time again, because this could be key to whoever wins this game.
It could be very key to whoever wins this game. So it is 6 seconds on your clock and at the clock on the scoreboard as well. But initially there was a moment where the clock continued to run in a pause of play, a whole 10 seconds, which is could have had a big effect on the game. So 83-80, 6.7 on the clock. Loughborough Riders sideline possession with the opportunity to advance the ball there for Coach Mark Jarram as well. It's going to take a great defensive effort from the Warriors to try and get a steal. But they've got 2 fouls to give, so they can make an attempt for that immediate steal. Try and get the ball up the floor as quickly as possible. If you've got the cold as ice veins, cold as ice, and you're going to pull up a transition 3, go ahead, sir.
I think,
it's probably, you've got nothing to lose at this moment in time in that essence.
For sure, like, I remember myself in those moments. If you guys want to go check it out on Hoopsfix, my game winner when I was at Barking.
Okay, shout yourself out, Biz. Yeah, shout out Barking as well. We like that.
Those moments are key for players. Like, it builds your confidence in the future. Like, you either crumble in these moments or you excel in these moments. I don't think there's a middle ground. And see who Loughborough go to here.
Jimenez gets the ball into Gamble.
Oh,
he spills
turnover.
it. Here's Chingombe. Chingombe, King. He has to shoot the 3. King for 3. And it's off the other side of the basket. And that is the end of the game. What a great finish to an incredible local derby clash.
Wow.
King falls a little short at the end. The pick away there from Pak Chingombe against his former teammate Harrison Gamble. Warriors unable to get it done at the end. But overall, ladies and gents, an incredible game of basketball here on a Tuesday night.
For sure, like, I wasn't expecting it to be such a close game, but the Warriors have come out and proved themselves. Same with Loughborough. But I don't know if I'm being harsh on Kane King here, but I think he could have found a better look than a contested three like that.
He's going to show you the first time.
Yeah, for sure. Like, maybe his teammates are going to have some words with, but again, in those moments, you've got to find the best shot possible. And if Kane thinks that was the best shot possible, then he's got to go for it.
Of course.
You've got to go with your instincts. And
unfortunately, it didn't turn out well for the Leicester Warriors on this occasion in the NBL L Lynch Trophy. Some fantastic games have been unfolding in the competition, and it's been great to see all the support from British basketball overall. But now Loughborough Riders can notch another win. That takes them 2-1 in the group stage at this moment in time, and Leicester Warriors take another loss on the road, and hopefully they'll have the opportunity to bounce back. But they have proved to this group especially that they mean business, and they came out to play today, and with notable missing players, they did best, especially inside the post, where, as we mentioned before, it was a big difference. 60 points in the paint for Loughborough, and overall rebound-wise, 57 boards in the game for Loughborough, and only 25 for the Leicester Warriors.
I think a big key for Loughborough going forward, especially this weekend when they play Barking Abbey, is the amount of turnovers against the young team like Barking Abbey. They will love them just handing them the ball and getting in transition and getting the easy ones. So I think Coach Jarram's got to, in practice, really drill in, take care of the ball, take pride in taking the possession. Every possession matters. I know Mark Jarram's really big on that, and he promotes that within his team. Every moment, every second of the game matters. And I think today, Loughborough let that slip a little bit. Even though they got the win, there's a lot to work on moving forward, but nothing to take away from the Leicester Warriors. Great performance from those guys. Like, again, the big thing, the clock maybe comes into it, but we've got to see. That goes down to the referees, but we'll see. But Leicester should be proud of their performance today. So,
well, it's been a pleasure, Piers. Thank you very much, and you've done incredibly well, young sir, on your first little live stream stint. But once again, as I mentioned, it's great to hear from a fantastic junior player give back his thoughts and an understanding of the game, especially for some of our younger listeners out there. A huge thank you to all the British basketball family for tuning in into tonight's NBL L Lynch Trophy action here at Loughborough University. The final score, Loughborough Riders 83 and Leicester Warriors 80. I've been Ty Hajat with my co-commentator, Piers Maslin. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening and good night.